microphone. Almost forgot the microphone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? And since I brought that down, how does this sound right there? Does that sound okay? Let's see, Nikki. As always, how you doing? Probably asleep now. Thanks always for the thumbs up. And I think I got some hugs and stuff too this morning. So, hey, Tommy, and Jess, Maddie, and Joe. Is that right? If I'm mispronounced something, let me know. Welcome. That sounds good. Thank you very much. How are you today? Let's see. Let's see. So there's a few people here. I should play the Christmas song. Let's see. I'll play it again later too, but just. All right. Let's see. So, thanks, Robbie. Let's see. I didn't get the bike back yet. I got the startings of the video. I didn't get them, of course, taking it off the truck. Sometimes I wonder. I need to pay more attention when I do videos. Anyway, all they did was take it off the truck. I jumped on it, rode it about a 4-mile loop around the house. To me, it seemed like timing was a tad off. Maybe needed a valve adjustment. Motor sounded great. Carburetor definitely was running rich and probably needed to be, well, they are, rejetting and completely cleaning it. Changing all the fluids and all that kind of stuff. So they ordered the parts. The parts were supposed to come in yesterday. So we'll see if hey, Nikki, glad you can make it. How come you're not sleeping? Thanks, Nick. So anyway, I talked to him. Well, I didn't talk to him. He texted me last night and said if everything gets there tomorrow for the carburetor, he'll put it on and then fire it up and then let me know today. So what he basically did, I know that I still want him to look at the something with the front tubes. Either the springs broke, seals went, and there's no fluid, no oil in them, or something. They're not functioning properly. The brakes are a little bit off. Most of this stuff I had anticipated on the bike anyway. And then I told him go through, look at the chain and the gears, and if the rear sprocket and the front sprocket are okay, leave those. Probably put a new chain on it just for the hell of it. Good morning to you, Nick. Got much to do. This year's flown by. Yeah, hasn't it? It's gonna be. They go quicker too, which really sucks. But the motor sounded tight. Got no complaints on that. The transmission shifted perfectly, so that was the most important. And then depending on what he's going to put it on a dyno too. If it's getting what it should get, 40, 43, 44 horsepower, I'm probably not going to do anything. I'll see what the power is on it though. And if I don't like the way the power is, I'll just probably just do the intake. I was looking at one, they got almost, I think with just pipes. I thought it was just pipes and getting the flow to the carburetor going. I think they got like 12 horsepower, which is substantial on YouTube, of course. But I like the way it sat. I liked everything on it. So I'm not happy or I'm not excited about the solid rear wheel, but I probably won't do anything with that right now. Um, and I'll ride it. We'll see. I'm going to Chuck's. No Time to Be Sad. Chuck and Page's on the 26th, and then the 27th. I'm gonna go and put on a Santa hat and a Santa shirt or something, and go help him give out all the stuff at the school. Play Santa. So, which was he wanted me to do the year before, and we went on that fishing sailfish fishing trip. But it should be a good time. He always does real good with the kids. The stuff that we're gonna do here, my wife is handling, and like I said, I probably won't film any of that. Uh, whatever she wants to do, she's got it pretty much in her mind what she has set up. Let's see. I'm just trying to find this here. Hold on a second. Boom, boom. So pretty much that is the gist of what's going on. Let me see if we can. Something comes up here for a second. Let me see. Okay. So anyway, one more. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Had to correct a couple of things. Um, let's see. Bugs Life, how you doing? Ho 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 to you, my friend. Let's see. Uh, yeah. He always does. They do great things with the kids, which is awesome. The way it should be. Like I said, I don't know. I feel giving back to Thailand. They've given me a lot. The country, the people, everything, culture. Two more gifts, nearly two. Man, you're amazing. Hey, Daz, what's up, brother? Hope you're well. When are you going to be back? Are you going to be back in? Are you going to be back in March? I did put that up on the community page. Let me see if I can pull up. Can I pull up the community page? Anyway, it's on the community page, and what I did, I just put a picture up there and said, anybody that's interested in doing a meetup, put what dates you could attend during the march, and where would be your where you would want to meet up. So let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, within, I don't know, we probably ought to get something at least agreed on in January so that we can find some place. Near the ocean would be great for me. I already put a comment on there that said, I'm retired. I can go anytime I want. So if that's the case, but like Daz, when you're going to be here, put in there, and where you'd like to have a John TM area, whatever the case may be, and other people, Jake, people that Brock, people that are back and forth. I know Aaron's not. I don't think Aaron's coming that for at least the early part of next year, unless he retires and sells his business, which yeah, see what that's. Hopefully that happens. Hey, Dip Media, morning to you, my friend. I hope you're well. But yeah, I think it would be cool. I think it'd be fun. And I bet you we could get 20, 30 people. I bet we could. I know if Mitch is around, he'd come. There'd probably be 3 or 4 people coming out of Pattaya. I'm sure that Jim and Meow, if they're around, they would come. So we'll see. Slide. Who's not hitting the thumbs up? They're not putting the thumbs up, Nick? But yeah, so a kick. So the bike, I should find out today. I'm gonna take the truck and go get it washed today. It's freaking filthy um, from sitting out there in Ubon. One thing about that place is definitely not black. Probably wasn't the best color for me to buy a truck, but I don't know. I like it when it's clean. It looks awesome. There you go. Cool. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll try to tie it together, Nick. It could be the end, I think. I don't know. Like I said, go there, Nick, and put in when you're thinking about going. Daz, hopefully you will too. Um, Dip Media, if you want to, if you're here in Thailand and you want to meet up, put it on the community tab on my YouTube channel page. Uh, I put up a little picture there. Just hey, the 15th, the 19th, the 27th, the whatever, 2 or 3 dates, and then take a look at whatever else anybody else is putting up there. And if they pick the same date, then we'll try to put everything together on a live stream. We'll try to get everybody that wants to go on a live stream whenever it is, whatever time it is. We'll put it together and try to get everybody to nail it down and do it then. I think it would be a blast. uh, he's never coming back. Sean won't. Sean's Dip Media, by the way, in case somebody's wondering who Sean is. Yeah, I don't know. Are you still here? I don't know what happened. I haven't seen you recently. I know some stuff didn't work out ideally, which we don't need to get into. But are you still here? Or are you? Because I know originally the original plan was to come here and get your company that you work for to say it's okay, and then kind of work it into a deal where you could actually work full time from here. But I haven't talked to you recently, so hopefully, if you want to, like I said, go to the March is what we're looking for because I think a lot of people that are here now or that are coming back in March. One of them being Jake. I don't know if Brock is. I don't know what he might be out and about. I know that Bobby and Jai and Andrew and Quan they all went to some temple out of Surin here this morning, to Buriram, I think. Okay, Nick, try and see. Yeah, I don't know. Just put in there if you're thinking about when you're thinking about, because people will keep it in mind when they put it in there. Because I'm sure that there's a lot of people that want to meet up and meet and say hello to you also. Sean might have left already. I don't know, but anyway, whoever wants to come, just go to the community tab on the YouTube channel and you'll see it. Oh, there he is. I was there for 2 months, but I came back. Oh, so you're here now? Cool. So you just came here 2 weeks ago. How long are you staying? Are you staying for good? Did you get a gig to where you could work um, full time or no? Okay, cool. Well, if you're thinking that you might be able to at least put a date when you think you're going to be around, and again, we'll try to work around everything. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Oh, you left Thailand December 1st. Okay, okay, I get it now. I see you in a few, Nikki. Uh, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I know Nikki's been trying to come here for quite a while, so hopefully, hopefully she can make it. And I got to cut. This is really kind of driving me nuts. But the only reason that I'm not cutting it is because it probably looked more like Santa Claus with the beard as big as it could get. Thanks, Jack. Uh, but so when I get done with Chuck, I'll come back. He did invite me to come there for a party they're having. I don't know. I don't think I got to let him know that too. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it there for that. But then we're going on the. I think I said it in the last live stream. Going there on the 26th, and then spending the night the 27th, is the morning is when they're going to do the school thing. And then I'll probably blow out of there as soon as they're done with that afternoon sometime. Get back here to Surin about 4.5, 5 hours, I think it is, by 4 or 5 o'clock. And then 28th, I have my 3-month doctor's appointment. And then the night of the 28th, we have the my wife's business or my wife's company's New Year's party. And then the 29th, we're getting up and driving with the kids. Will be here coming from Bangkok. And then we're driving up to 29th. We're driving back up to Ubon, taking the trailer and going camping for the 30th, 31st. And the morning of the 1st, we got to bring them back and get them on a bus back to Bangkok on the 1st. So a couple of days. So it'll be kind of cool because maybe I'll actually do some kind of a video for Trailer Trash Thailand with all of them. Get you guys will get a good look at the family life camping anyway. And maybe we'll get my wife to talk and do something. So, like I said before, I know a lot of people had a lot of questions for her, but one of which is, why are you with the old bastard? But the she doesn't think she speaks very good English, and she does. She does. Hey, there's Brock. Are you gonna be here in March of next year? When do you go back, or you won't be here then? But and maybe not maybe, I will do a video for Trailer Trash. I've been promising for that channel for a while. And thanks for all the diehard people. We still, I think, have 160 some odd subscribers, and I know most of them are from here. So, but yeah. So what we're talking about, Brock, is on the community tab on the channel. I put a thing up there when you could come in March, and what, and we're just shooting for dates. But I don't know if you'll be here or not. Maui too, if you can make it, then too. Trying to put together a meetup deal in March because I think Daz will be coming back. I think Jake will be here. I don't know if Brock will or not. Go back on the 20th, not here in March unless you win the lottery. Well, let's hope that you win the lottery then, brother. I'd like to meet up with Brock. We haven't had a chance to meet yet, which sucks. And then I don't know, Robert Mack. Well, I don't know if he'll be here. I don't think he will. I think he'll be back in the States. But whatever we can do, everybody go there and put in dates if you can make it, including Maui, if you heard any of that, Maui. And for some reason, I thought something flashed on my screen that you were going to do a live stream this morning. Did you do one, or did I miss it, or what happened? January 20th. And it must be, I don't know, it must fly by, right? Leaving to go back April 2nd. How long are you going to be back in the States? New cup. I think you were going back for a while, if I remember correctly. No, maybe tomorrow. Okay, cool. So if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. He does good walking through. I don't know wherever he is. He goes all over wherever he's at. He does walking stuff, good beach stuff, and it's a good time. Help him out. 7 weeks back in Michigan, so you'd be here the end of March, right? All right, no, March, April. Oh, okay. No, you'll be here. You're not leaving until April. January, February, March, April. Yeah. Okay, so you'll be here. I'm a little confused. Must be that I'm old. Hey, Ted, how you doing? You guys aren't subscribed. Please do yourself a favor. Ted's got a channel on family stuff, hunting, fishing, outdoorsy stuff, and he's a good guy. So if you're not subscribed, please think about it. Just do it. He's a good guy. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So go. onto the channel and put their whatever dates. You're like, I already put in there I'm available any day, so it doesn't matter. But we'll hopefully with the people that put in there, we'll pick a date that is most common to everybody, and then we'll pick a spot. So if you've got an idea like you'd like to have it in Hua Hin or in John Tiem or in the mountains somewhere, whatever, whoever's put it in there, put it in there. We'll see everybody what everybody thinks. But I think it'd be fun. We'll just spend a weekend at some nice hotel. Not sure if I will do a video this year in a Santa suit. It'll be pretty much the same as the other two videos. Yeah, running through the village. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just getting a shirt and a hat. Hope I'm getting a hat. Otherwise, I'll be. Oh, maybe I should wear the other one. What is that word? My other hat says that somebody gave me crap about. That I didn't even. Dior, something. Anyway, camping in Patu. Oh, you are now. Is that where you're at now, Maui? Very cool. I know I seen it was enough to piss me off. You and your beautiful wife sitting on Facebook drinking margaritas. I'm imagining you're probably eating Mexican food. I didn't read that much of it, but um, it I haven't had a margarita in a long time. Well, I shouldn't say that. When I went back for my mom's thing, I went out with my cousin. We went out to Mexican food a couple of times, so I did have a margarita then 6 months ago, something like that. No, your idea. Okay. Yeah, I mean, camping would work too. I don't know if people put it in there. I'm game. I got a trailer, so I got air conditioning and fans and all that stuff. You're in I thought you were in Bangkok. That's that where you were having the margaritas? It must have been a. I didn't have to be, but I'm guessing it was a Mexican restaurant. You probably said I didn't read everything. Try to I try to watch as much as I can and catch everybody's videos at least most of the time anyway. I know eventually it'll probably maybe I think forever. I try to answer every comment, and I do. If I miss one and somebody's out there and they're watching this now, it's missed it because something in my computer it's gone. I didn't see it because I answer them all, even if it's only thank you or whatever. But I try to answer them all, and I just can't see the channel getting because it's been well. We've been getting, like I said. Let me see. Let me go to YouTube Studio. Yeah, 2,400, and it was 16. Now it's 15. So it goes up and down, but it says 21 in the last 28 days. I would say, on an average, we get like between 10 and 20 people a month. I'm guessing. So it's never going to get that big, is what I'm saying. I don't think the channel is ever going to get that big, but we got quality people. We have a lot of fun, and that's all that really matters to me. But so I should be able to answer everybody's, and if anybody has any questions, there's a lot of people that are watching that aren't subscribed. Maybe they don't want to put comments in there. Put them in the or come up here on and put in the whatever this is over here, the chat. Put them in the comments and ask a question or whatever. Because, like I said, I know it took me a while to ask questions because mainly, basically, margarita stuff. Yeah, that figured. Yeah, it's enough to piss me off. If you want to, anybody wants to piss me off, just go on to Facebook, become a friend of mine, and post all the great Mexican food you're eating. But what was I saying? Oh well, I'll figure out something. um, but okay, I'm caught up. I'm not behind. Um, oh, I think it's that about the pissing me off. Put in pictures of you eating Mexican food, but the because a lot of people on here have been here a while or been back and forth or have lived here and on and off for 20 years, whatever the case may be. If you have any kind of questions about Thailand, I mean, that's the major topic on here is anything going on in Thailand. Like, I mean, I should put up maybe put up stuff and talk about different topics, and I might start doing that and bringing people back on up here in the Brady Bunch squares. And yeah, because like I know that the ganja laws are going to change big time, in my opinion, anyway. On as soon as the first comes around, it's going to go back. They're going to people say, "Oh, well, they can't do it." Yeah, they can. All they got to do is just make it law. Well, it already is law. You're not supposed to be out there smoking on the streets or in public, so that they're just going to start enforcing that. And then you're not going to be able to smoke in any of the smoke shops or dispensaries, whatever you want to call them here in Thailand. And you're going to have to get a doctor's note, or somehow it's gonna be medicinal. It's not going to be wide open. It's my opinion on what's going to happen. But stuff like that, I mean, that's the stuff that we talk about. But we'll also talk about geriatrics and who had the who had the latest operation or anything, But most of it's related to Thailand. And there's a lot of people here that can answer questions if I can. I've been here 5 years now. I've got a pretty good idea on what's going on with visas and doing different stuff and getting your license and that kind of stuff. And it's all easy stuff. I know I was on somebody's live stream this morning and people were asking about. We heard it's real tough to get go through immigration and get be able to stay here. And I said it's as tough as you want to make it. I mean, you can get an agency and blow right through it. Get a year visa if you're over 50. Get a retirement visa, but like I said, depending on your age, like with James, Chocolate Man, and a couple other people that I know that are even thinking about it, they're younger. They were mainly service people in the service, armed forces, whatever you want to call it, and retired from there. So they're young, 45. So like in James' deal, I think it made sense for him to get an elite visa to cover him for 5 years. I think it's coming to an end, and he's not here right now anyway. He's in the States. In case you guys don't follow him, he's Chocolate Man in a van. Chocolate Man in van. It doesn't say in a, but I don't know why. But Chocolate Man van. It's Chocolate Man in Thailand. Um, check it out if you. I've been watching van life and moto camping and solo camping and all that stuff for years and years and years. I enjoy it. So if not, you should check him out. I just watched his earlier this morning. Let's see what it is. Please go. Have you tried buying? No, I haven't tried that yet. uh, I make Dave mad often. Nah, yeah, you do. And Chuck, every time he goes back to the States, I mean, it seems like every other place that he eats when he's out and about is Mexican food. Uh, yeah, I believe it is too, bro. And you know what? I don't think I ever would. It's almost like going golfing and not putting down what your score was. How do you know if you're getting any better? How do you know if you're? I mean, maybe there's some kind of a thing to it. I mean, maybe it makes sense in some instances. Like if people are looking for channels and there's a guy with 2,000 subs and there's a guy with 10,000 subs, maybe they go watch the guy with 10,000 subs. I don't know, uh, but it's a little weird if you're, you know, if you've got 10,000 subs and you're getting 100 views, then it looks weird to me. And I don't I think it's lying to yourself, so I would never do it. But I think that some people do it to try to get, it's good for them or whatever. I'm not doing it for any kind of monetary, 12 cents. It all goes to my wife. So, but they, it, I don't know. It's like I said, it's like you're cheating yourself, trying to fool yourself. But I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, it might be a way to do it. I know that YouTube as far as I know, if you buy them, um, and you buy them from real people, like somebody that buys them, if you look at their what countries they come from, and they're buying stuff, 90% of their subs are from India. India are real people when you buy them. What YouTube will do and close your channel down is if you use a place that you buy them from a place that uses bots, not real people. But that's what I understand. I don't even know if that's right. That's what I think, and I have checked on. But yeah, so they don't care as long as it's real people and you're paying for them. They don't care. Thanks, Brock. Yeah, I enjoy James's deal. He looks like he's having a ball. I don't Doesn't look like he's lying. Looks like he's telling the truth, saying, and I'm the same way. If I could sleep in a van or in the trailer, rain coming, loud pounding on, and just sleep like a freaking baby. And that's what he's experiencing now. And he's digging it. Obviously, he's enjoying it. And he was in San Diego when he bought the van, and it's nothing. It's not like a luxurious van, deal that he's building. A simple cot and some, Walmart little dresser, and I think the thing that he bought that was probably closest to van life, people, is the battery system that he's trying to put together, the eco flows and stuff like that. Um, on mine, I didn't go with it. I mean, I bought the trailer. It's got 1,000 watt sub panel on the roof. I bought two big giant batteries so that I could run the thing for, you know, 20, 30, 40 hours without any sunshine, which is cool because I need the AC. I'll die out there. That's why I got the generator. I got a 2,200 watt generator. So if I don't get any sun and I'm out there and I've got a cord, I don't know how long my one cord that I had made up for the generator. I bought one of those pop up shower deals, it's just a ring and you throw it out there and it's able to down because it's completely enclosed on the top. And if it's raining and stuff, I just put the generator inside there and it's ready to go. And I can put it, I don't know how many, it's a far way. I can go in feet and say it's at least 100 feet or more. So whatever that is, 30, 30, 30 meters or something. But anyway, or over 30, maybe 50 meters. I don't know. It's a long ways. The guy made it for me. So it plugs in with a special plug into the trailer and then I can plug it in. But I couldn't, I don't, now time, like we'll see what it's like up above Ubon here the end of this month. We go in for 3 or 4 days. Can't remember exactly. And we'll see what it's like up there because it's been cool, man. It was a little. Every morning I get up at 5 o'clock and I walk from the 15 steps from the patio over there that overlooks the koi pond down to the man cave. Make my coffee, go on YouTube, and watch a movie, whatever I want to do. But I've been following James, and he's having a good time. It's enjoyable if you like that kind of stuff. Which I think most people, unless you came over and subscribed to me just because you felt sorry for me on Trailer Trash Thailand. But like I said originally, with this one, we were gonna. I said it before, 6 months in a big diesel pusher going across the U.S. and 6 months in different places until we found a place that we wanted to make a home base, whether it was Costa Rica or Thailand, or I want to think it would have been Thailand, I think. And that's, like I said, the way that especially the US dollar stretches. I mean, where are you going to go and get a place for $150? $200 for a 1 bedroom with air conditioning and, you know, at least here in Nissan, maybe less. I don't know what were they paying over there? I think it was, God, I can't remember what it was, how much they paid. But anyway, you can get a 2, 3 bedroom house, maybe not furnished, for $200, $300. So it all depends. The prices were cheaper, of course, when everything was going crazy. But and then you could do the math from there. If you're not gonna bring in, Fruit Loops and try to buy Fruit Loops and Peter Pan peanut butter and blah blah blah. You can eat for damn near nothing. You know. So I don't know. It's a place that I've said it a bunch of times that I would at least suggest somebody to try for 3 to 6 months and see if it fits them. If you don't like heat and humidity, probably not the best spot. But I would think that would be the only reason not to come here to retire is if you couldn't handle the heat, because everything else is, you know. In fact, the one that I was on this morning, they were talking about that type of stuff. How much, and their number was 1,800, which I think is a good number. Um, I think 18 to 2 grand is plenty here, but people were saying, "Oh, well, I'm in Florida and it costs $1,000 to rent a room," which So if you're on a $1,500-$1,800 budget, you know, how are you going to live in the U.S.? I mean, and live. I'm sure that there are some places where you can, get middle of nowhere, town of 3 people or something, you pay 800 or 500 or something. But here, I think it was it was doing it. Yeah, I thought I saw something on Facebook with a picture of you and CJ in it, so I wasn't hallucinating or dreaming. Yeah, it sure seems like it, right? I mean, just his attitude and everything. I didn't get the impression that he was lying and going, "Oh, I better make this look good because this is what I wanted to come and do." He's coming from his heart. He's having a ball, and Daz just verified that. Uh, see, Tommy J, Dave, you and Ron should plan a trip to the Thai biker rally. I know they have them in Pattaya area. Do they? I haven't followed anything. I probably should. I do want to get the trailer back here, and I do want to make that trip up to Uncle Craig's and see Ron and I don't know. I wanted to kind of wait until Jake was around too, but I don't think he's going to be here till March, and I want to do it before then. I want to start going out and doing it twice a month, 4-day trips from Tuesday to Thursday or something. I've got to try to. I see all these places and they have tents and everything, but and it's hard for me to just pick up the phone and call them and go, "Can I bring in my trailer?" And then they go, "I don't speak English," and I run into a little problem. But I think once I get on the road and get to a place, I'll be able to find a place to put that trailer. I just think I will. And most of the places I think would be accommodating, even if they had a place over on the side or whatever. But I really want to be out in the middle of nowhere. I know my wife doesn't want me to be out in the middle of nowhere, but I think I think it would be, I think it would be a good time. But I will check that out, the biker rallies. I will check it and see. And I can't wait to get the bike back. I really was impressed with it. Like I said, even though it was falling on its face on full throttle, I could ease it up and I could feel even though the carburetor needed to be rejetted and cleaned and it was running rich and all that kind of crap. There's plenty of power there. And I like the way it sits and I like the way it rides, except for the front end wasn't moving. But otherwise, not a bad bike at all. And the price is right. I mean, even in the States, I mean, they're all over in the States. I never, I was always, I had Harleys were fairly reasonable in the States also. Here, they're not fairly reasonable. They are, but I don't know how the hell if you see one for 300,000 or 400,000, they don't have a book with it. And you've got to do all the stuff to where they tax the living crap out of you. So you end up at 700, 800. If you see one for high sixes, 700, 800, those ones have books. Or if you buy it from, a shop somewhere. But I just didn't want to spend that kind of money. And this one, it sounds good. The power's there. will say they're supposed to be reliable as hell, and they're water cooled. So it's you're either going to get you're even going to get more reliability out of it. So we'll see what happens. But I really liked them. I really like it. I'll know better when I get out there and do it. So when I go back to the place, I'll take my camera with me, and I'll get some videos. The guys are great guys. They know what they're doing. Um, and like I said, this is the same place that put the camera system and the side bags on my Forza. They're just not a scooter shop, and they consider a Forza scooter. So when I brought them I hadn't seen them in a while, and they from a year and a half ago, they remember me, just all of them. It's amazing, and I guess I'm a little bit distinctive looking, but it's amazing how they remember, and they do good work. So hopefully I'll pick it up, and I was kind of hoping to have it before the 26th to go to Chuck's and take it up there, but it's going to be so unless I go for the unless I go for the party, which is before that. Maybe I'll go up there just for a night, just to run the bike up there, see everybody, and come back. Because if I do it on the 26th, there's so much stuff. I mean, the 26th and the 7th, and I get back home and something happens, and with the bike or whatever, I mean, I've got to be to the doctor on the 28th, and the party for my wife on the 28th, and we're leaving the 29th for Ubon to go camping. So, but maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go to just by myself to Chuck's party. I have to let him know. I should let him know today. I know he mentioned that I was going to come there for the Santa Claus thing, and said, "Well, Dave's coming to do." Oh, well, I shouldn't say that, because something might happen or whatever. But I commented back, "I'll be there." So uh, Chuck's a stand-up man. There he is. Hey, Craig, what's up? Just talking about your ears burning. Talking about planning a trip after the first of the year your way with the trailer. So I will I will let you know, of course. But yeah. So also with you, Craig, we had talked earlier about on the community page on Got to Love Thailand. I put in there a picture and a deal of during March we're going to do a meetup. What dates can anybody come in March, and where would you suggest a hotel or something for the meetup, and blah blah blah, and get everybody to do that. Then we'll see what dates most people can go to, and where would be the ideal place to do it if you're interested in doing that. Um, Anybody that's interested in it, I think it'd be a good time, man. Be fun. Let's see. Sorry, but yeah, that's the gist of it. I don't think it's going to be a real long live stream today. It's been 45 minutes. Maybe we'll go an hour or something. Cause I want to probably go. I should, well, of course it's still early. They don't, I'm talking about the guys that are working on excuse me, working on the bike. They're online. I have two separate lines. I have a line with the iPhone 7, and I've got a line with the other one. So I have to go back and forth. Yeah, so he hasn't said anything, but I want to go over there and just take a look and see what he's got, because I want him. Like I said, he had done the big things, the motor and getting all that, and getting the jetting done and everything, because it's dual carbs, and they're weird, and they sit up underneath the tank, and they've got they've got float bowls and crap in them, but they're not, they're turned so that I don't know I don't know how they work, but they say they get more horsepower out of them, and that once they're tuned and everything, they're fine. So these guys seem to know what the hell they're doing, and like I said, they're going to put it on the dyno anyway, so I'll have a good idea of what it gets. And they're getting 2,500. Somebody asked me the other day, excuse me, my nose is itching, um, uh, whether it was theirs or not, but 2,500 would be what, 60, $75. I'm guessing something like that, $70 for the dyno. So if I do get work done and have them, because they got just a bunch of crap for these air boxes, uh, and they're restrictive as hell. So, but I might be able to get away with enough to what I want with just maybe a K&N or something in there instead of whatever the stock one is. Get a drink. Uh, but I don't know. Like I said, I saw one that I think was just straight pipes and redid the air box on the carburetors, and they got like, I think it was like 12 horsepower. So that's a lot of horsepower, man. You got to consider that, like the Dyna and stuff. I want to say it was right around 60, 65 horsepower. Mine that I showed you guys the pictures of is why I must have liked the way this bike looked. Um, and and this one will have like 44, but it weighs way less than the Dyna. So we'll see once I get it out there. It seemed to handle okay. I didn't look at the tires and the chain and everything when I went on the little 4 mile loop, so I didn't press it, anyway. But when I looked at the tires and the pictures, it's got plenty of sidewall. I have no idea what the tire is, but the back tire looks good. Don't like the solid rim, but I'll probably keep that for a while. But I do like the idea that it's a 16 and a 19 instead of a 17 and a 15. So it sits perfect. I don't know. I like it. Same thing as me saying I love the Forza, and I do. If I go any place that's probably over than 1 or 2 nights and more than 5-6 hours away, I'll take the Forza. Like if I was to go back down to Pachuap or something, I would definitely take the Forza. I'm going to order some bags that are just going to go across the back of the bike. I might get a small sissy bar so that it has something to go up against. And they're 30, 20, and 10 little 3-pack deal. I might just only get 2. I got to order them and see. Hey Sam, how you doing? Good day. Been listening while working. Cool. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And that's all I should need. I got a little tank bag that I'll probably put on the top that's got for like my passport stuff and my wallet and money and stuff like that, battery pack, and it's little, real little. And that should be it because it has a place to put nothing. And I don't really like wearing a backpack or anything. First off, I think it looks like shit, but I just don't like being restricted or anything on my back. I made it. Good morning, brother. Glad that you made it. Ron's here. So I got to order those. I probably should order those. I'd like to get floorboards, but I'm going to ask them first. Everything that's on Lasada shows the Honda Steed or whatever it is, the 600 and the 400, and they're probably the same. What it is, it looks like just a square that a regular foot peg, lift up foot peg would go on, so it should fit, and they're adjustable on on how you want to put them. But they're 1,000 baht, so it's like $30. So if I buy them and they don't fit, I guess I could maybe send them back. I don't know, but I'm gonna ask these guys if they can get the right ones, and then foot pegs on the highway bars. It's got little crash bars across the front. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll put it. It's been on the thumbnail and a couple other things. I don't know how. I think I could bring it up. Did I already bring it up here? I probably did. No, that was the tuk tuk. Oh, I did. So let's see. Yeah. So it's got it. You can barely see the crash bars. It's where the front blinkers are mounted, and they're mounted kind of funky too. I'll probably redo that. But put a pair of highway pegs on there. floorboards across the bottom, and I don't really need any. It's got pegs on the back, but there's not going to be anybody riding. And maybe a little short sissy bar, just so that I can not only tie the bags from side to side, but I can tie the bags from front to back. But like I said, man, it reminds me of the pretty much the Dyna. It is the chrome perfect? No. Is everything perfect on it? No, but is it perfect for me to get out and ride? Hell yeah. I won't have to worry about screwing up a custom paint job or anything. It'll all come into um, you know it'll be perfect. I think. Hey Justin, how you doing? Morning to you. Glad you could make it. Uh, so that's what I think. Maybe I'll do. I'll have to talk to my wife. I think the party is the 24th. So I don't even know when that. My birthday's this Friday. Let's see if I can make it to be 67. And I'll probably do a live stream that day because it works out that way. I don't think we're going anywhere. And then so that makes Sunday Fun Day. Is that the? Let me look on here. Yeah, the 24th is a Sunday. So maybe I'll go the. Yeah, maybe. Well, then I'm going right back on the 26th. If I go, I should just probably go on the morning of the 24th and just spend uh, the 24th, 5th, and 6th there and spend 3 days. Maybe I'll do that and take off early. I have to see. I have to see. I really want to take it on a, this. I told the guy that I was going to ride this thing. So I told him this is the guy that's doing the bike. I said, so, do the work like it's your personal bike. Don't hold back or spare any, money or anything. I want it correct. And it's a 92, and people, the stuff that I seen, that's the ones that you want to build are the older ones. I like them because it's chain drive and it's not, you know, um, what you call it, drive shaft. I don't know. Drive shaft on a motorcycle just doesn't sound right. I don't know. But so anyway, they say that the early ones are the ones that you want to, mess with and customize and that kind of stuff. But I said that, and Quan, Andrew's better half, he said, and he said something, and he said he'd let me know how far I should go once he gets done with the bike, which I would take his opinions. I mean, he probably knows more about this, but he said they're good bikes. He said they're reliable, uh, and everything that I've seen, they uh, they said that. Let me see if this is them. Um, so it would be a good test. I think it's 4.5 hours. I think I made it in the truck. So 5.5 hours probably on a bike, and just take my time. Leave it like sun up. So it's a little bit cooler, but it's been cool out here. I'd have to wear, like I said, when I went with Maui and all to Ko Chang and back over to Pattaya for Thanksgiving. That was the first time I wore a hoodie, man, from 5 o'clock in the morning until we got over there at 1 o'clock when we were getting on the ferry. I took it off, but I think it'd be a good ride. Like I said, the bummer would be if something happened. With the bike. Uh, doesn't have a center stand. I don't have a bunch of although I do have a tire repair kit on the Forza. I do have tools on the Forza, so I could bring them over. I don't think I'll have the bags by then, but I think it's a 66-liter dry bag that I could put across there, um, which would probably work. I don't know. I have to talk myself into this. Uh, hey Jake, how you doing? Gators are in double overtime with Michigan basketball. I'll slide over here when the game concludes. Cool. He's telling me I think they just had a big bike rally last month. Not sure how many. Ron will probably hear before me. So if you hear of one in the future, Ron, and you want to, that you might want to visit, let me know. I'll go. Yeah, it was really weird, man. I was never that tall, but out of football, basketball, and baseball, uh, when I was a kid, and I'm talking 12, 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, um, out of all of them, I was the best at, and I loved the game, basketball, man. And believe it or not, we were in the Northridge Knights was the name of the town, Northridge, the Northridge earthquake, if you know from California. Um, it I was a center. For some reason, when I was younger, I was tall, and then I just like stopped. And um, I was tall for my age at 12, 11, 12 years old. But loved the game, man. Loved the game, and I was damn good at it. Uh, I was good at baseball. I was okay at football, but I enjoyed basketball the most. And watching, same thing with watching stuff. I would much rather, especially on TV, watch the Little League World Series than watch baseball. Although I will, or I tried to. I haven't since I left the states 5 years ago. Caught any of the Super Bowl or the playoffs, and none of that stuff. And that's usually what I would watch once I stopped gambling on it. It just seemed like gambling on it. I wasn't. If you don't have any money on it, it just didn't seem that exciting. But it was enjoyable to watch. But the kids, man, I mean, and the talent that you see in these 12-year-olds is just amazing. And one day, that's on my bucket list. I wanted, well, with this one, to go back there for the whole deal in Williamsport, whatever it is, 3 weeks or whatever they spend there, and do that. But watching them and baseball, I used to watch the playoffs and the World Series. I didn't watch any of them. None of basketball either. Yeah, pretty pathetic, isn't it? Garden forward. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had such a good time, such a good time. And like I said, it helped that I was good at it. But not anymore. I mean, I don't think I could move out of my own way now. Um, let's see, but I don't know if I'll ever make it back to go to Williamsport. But boy, them to watch them play. I don't know if anybody's likes baseball or watches baseball or anything like that. But if you ever get it, I think it's August is when it is. I missed most of it this year. I have caught some of it on and off on my computer since I've been here in Thailand, but not much. But in the States, I never missed any of it. Hell, I'd record stuff that was they play, all these different preliminary games, and I'd try to record them and watch as many as I could. But the when it gets down to Williamsport, these kids are phenomenal, man. I mean, I'm in awe when I watch these kids play that they're 11, 12 years old. Yeah, because what was it when we were watching? I think I told you guys this before. We coached. Me and my good friend coached our little brothers uh, on a minor league team. What are they? 10, 11, 12, something like that. Little league. Because his dad, we were coaches. We were only 18, and his dad's best friend from work. They worked at Rocketine in the Valley. Well, they got switched over to night shift or swing shift or whatever. They couldn't coach, and we had played one game and lost it. And so me and Steve, we stepped up and said, "Well, we'll take over the team." They said, "No, we'll just disband your team and give every player, every team in the league, one or two players." And I go, "Man, why break them up? Well, you're too young." And all the fathers were 35, something like that. And they decided they'd give us a shot. And boy, we pissed them off because my brother was a pitcher and a good one, and his brother was a pitcher and a good one. His brother went and played semi pro ball, triple A, I think. Robert did, and we won every game after that all the way through. So there was I never seen so many pissed off 35-year-old men in my life because we were teaching baseball. That was blocking home plate. That was running over the catcher when you were coming to home plate. That was that was baseball, and we weren't teaching them to be abusive in any way, but it was baseball, and they didn't dig that for 10, 11, and 12-year-olds. I mean, we had the kids. If you were ever in any of that stuff, organized stuff like that, there was always these cliques and everybody, and this one went to the All Stars, and this one was that, and my kid is the best. Well, how come he's not playing? And because in Little League, if you didn't know, you had to play them 2 innings, and they had to bat at least once. I think, if I remember right. And our kids on our team and our parents were just they were unbelievable. They weren't the norm, put it that way. We had kids coming up to us that knew they weren't that good, and they said, we want to win, so would you please not play us? And said, no, everybody's playing. It's a team. We're all gonna, we're gonna win together, and we did. They gave us all sort of, the parents were phenomenal. It was great. It was a good time in my life when I was 18. Two buddies and I coached the league, summer league, collected money for the hats. we were drinking in the pizza place that was kind of like our sponsor. They'd do some stuff for us, and we were only 18. I think we might have been 19, but the kids were. It was good. It was a great time, man. I had a really good time. Used to watch March Madness. You would make a great screen. We had a really really good time when I was younger playing both all of them, baseball, basketball, and football. Uh, but then when I was first year in high school, I ripped my knee apart, and I was pretty much done with football. And basketball was iffy. I mean, the knee was unstable, and baseball, but played throughout the year until I told you my best friend was staying at our house. He was moving to San Luis Obispo, Aurora Grande. His parents had bought the only at that time the only what do you call it, wrecking yard there. I don't know if they still own it or not. I haven't talked to him in God knows how long. And we were buddies, and he was staying at my house. My mom and our families were, because of baseball, we were tight. He was on another team. He was a catcher. The guy could hit the ball unbelievably. He was, and he threw the hardest I've ever seen in my life. This was in seniors, so we were 13, 14 years old. And the last thing I remember was stepping into the box and then waking up, and I had filled the whole home plate with blood and split me from here to here on the inside. And it hit me so hard that there was the stitches cut in a had cut the skin. So I had the scab later that had the baseball stitches on there. And uh, he said it was the weirdest thing he ever saw. He said he just stood right there. He never moved, never did nothing. Stood right there and whacked, just high and tight. And he threw hard. He never felt so bad either. But ready for the professional baseball. Would have been an all-star catcher. Would have been, on every baseball card in the world. And he was playing at the religious college, Cal Lutheran, I think, and sliding into second, trying to break up a double play, and he ripped all the tendons and ligaments and shit in his one of his legs, and he was done. So he ended up teaching, and I don't know, he might still be at one of the colleges in California. Great guy, great guy. Gators win in double overtime. All right, Jake, good. But yeah, a lot of interesting stories. I couldn't play baseball after that. Every time I got in, I was backing up, and so that would end of that. Then I was too short. I could have still played basketball if I wanted to. I just said, okay, that's enough. Maybe it's time for me to stop playing sports. Oh, let's see. What time? Oh, it's been an hour. Well, we started going faster. I know that. I think today. No, today's what? What is today? Somebody give me the gist on today. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday, I think. Right? Somebody will. Yeah, that's the only good thing about being retired. I never know what day. I guess I don't care. Wednesday. Okay, thanks, Ron. Wednesday for us, right? Tuesday in the States. Um, yeah. So we'll see what happens over the next little while here. I'm hoping to get. If I get the bike back, I'll do a video on that. I want to still finish. I got to finish up a second video on the excuse me on the drum filters for the koi pond. It'll be a short one, and then I want to start on the front. I've got all the filters and everything for doing. I've got all the fish out of there except for 3 fish about this big in there, and the thing's only got maybe a foot and a half of water in it. And I'm waiting for the guy to call me, the solar man, I call him. And I got to get in there and break all that stuff. That's going to be a long entailed, but probably not for many of you guys to watch. But the koi people will enjoy it. But I'd like to get that done because I want to move. I got way too many. I already had too many fish in here, and when it started to had a problem with the front with the filters and stuff, and instead of taking everything down and getting up to my waist in the pond and moving around, I just take the fish out of there and we put them in a net there till we're going to get them one of the big nets that I have, and the damn things jumped out and they got out of it and said, all right, just leave them there. So because I was going to put them back in there once I got the filter back running properly, and then when we got ready to do the work, put a another bin out in the front with a separate filtration and pump and everything on it while we were doing it. Now I'll just leave them in here. But now I got to go in there and catch, fish that are this big in that 5,000-gallon pond. Ain't gonna be easy, but we'll get it done. Hey Scott, glad you can make it. Yay Gators! But yeah, but I'm looking forward to doing that one. And the guy that the manufacturer of these, he's waiting for me to do the second video too, and it's going to be more of a what I think of them. But and I'm they're they're great. I got to get up in there. Probably gonna. The only bitch about where they are and stuff is I've got to get a ladder to get up there to clean them, and it's probably only going to need to be done once a month. They've been up there for I think almost 2 months now. The tray that when they spray off that drum that goes in will build up some stuff that doesn't go down the drain. It just needs to be sprayed out. Maybe once a month, maybe not even. Depends on how he set the tray in there and what angle and that kind of stuff. But the workmanship and everything on it look great. So if anybody of the koi are out there and you're thinking about one, I'll put the video out soon, I hope. And the part 2 is only going to be maybe a 5-minute video. But I'm happy with the way that it's running. I could even run more water through it, but I've got 12,000, 22,000, 32,000. I got like 36,000 liters an hour going through it. And let's see what almighty Google says. What is 5,000 gallons is how many liters? Is 18,000. So 18 and 18, 36. So I'm running that pond twice through the filters every hour. That's great. That's perfect, actually. But I got a lot of bends, and I might go for a little bit better pumps. The problem here in Thailand is I am running their frequency their frequency driven pumps, variable frequency, so I can dial them from probably 6,000 up to about 12,000. Um, the problem is I haven't sat down and figured out all the loss through the 90s and the bends and the turns and the twists and stuff. I'm gathering those 12,000. I'm getting about 10,000, and I'd like to run 15,000 is what I'd like to. But the pumps, if I try to order them out of the states, they tax the living crap out of you, you know. So I got to check into it. I'm going to check on eBay. A lot of the big frequency pumps that they use in the states or in England too, uh, are a lot better. These are cheaper, but I mean, these pumps I've had for 3 years now. I clean them. I've got two back here. They're the same one I drive on the front pond, two I in here, and then a bigger one for the pool type filter. Um, so as far as reliability and stuff, they work great. But and then, like I said, I got these two. What I'm trying to do is every 2 or 3 months, pull those pumps out, put these on, and put these in there, and then clean the other ones, run them, and put them back in the boxes behind me, and do that every 3 months or so. And it's about ready to be done now. So um, I want to check it out. So I got to check out the ones that I like, the ones that the koi dealers and the big ponds and everything in both the UK and the US and around the world they use. They're just a lot better pumps, and you can get them bigger sizes. The one I have over here is an 18,000. I'm probably getting 12 or 13 through that filter. Um, so I'd like to get a big one for that, and then two maybe 16, 18,000, so I can get 15,000, because these things will take they'll take the 14, 15,000, and they're adjustable. So no matter what it is, you can adjust them. But of these running full wide open, I could still use some more running, because all it's running over is ceramic media for biological filtrations. Let's see, and that was all for the koi people that are watching. I know you guys like. I think you guys like watching when I put up little shorts and stuff on the koi. They're enjoyable. I mean, that's what I fell in love with 30 years ago, was the being able to sit by a pond, listen to the water running, and they're so tranquil. It's relaxing. Um, so I do enjoy it. Sure. But I will check on those. I'm going to go and I don't know what time it is now. It's not even 10 yet. But I will check on the motorcycle. Probably not going to get it back today by any means, but I think that's what I was trying to say, and I didn't get it spit out. They're going to do the carburetor, the fluids, and everything, and get the bike running good. Then I'll make the decision on whether I want to screw with the airbox or leave it like it is, and then he'll come in and check the front and rear gears on, make sure they're not worn horribly, and I'll probably put a new chain on it, just cause, and have them order me a couple of master cylinders so that I can keep on the bike. The front end, the tubes, check those, take them apart, see what they need. The speedo is bouncy. Replace whatever he needs to do on that to get. I'd like to know how fast I'm going. Um, I don't know if I'm going to change the lights to. Uh, probably won't do much night driving. I don't see as well as I used to at night anyway. Um, so I don't think there's any reason to put what's the word I'm looking for? What are the lights that are brighter than hell? Anyway, LEDs or whatever. I don't think it's needed. Might change those, like I said, on this here. See if I can. I don't think I can make it. You can see the blinkers up there. They're just mounted kind of funky on there. They did it okay, but they put rubber around where they, around the tubing, and then it's got a clamp on it, but it just looks like crap. So I might say, you know, have something made different. I might mount them differently, but that isn't something that needs to be done right this second. Um, and that's it. So if I like the way that the bike is riding, as far as that, I'd like to order floorboards, maybe a little sissy bar deal on the back, so that I can the bag from side to side and front to rear. I can tie it off to the sissy bar, um, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. I don't need anything else. The lights and everything work. The blinkers all work. Everything. He took it over to the police station and had them sign off on it. And took it over to get the licensing. He did everything. My wife made him do everything so that when it comes here, it's got the paperwork over here. She takes it over there and it's done. And it was 105,000 baht. There's a couple of them on there that are actually shaft driven on Marketplace that are 98, 100. The ones that you see on there that are 75 are the 400s. A lot of 400s, but not too many 750s. But like I'll know better if I take a ride on it, and it would be an ideal little shakedown run would be to go to Tat Phanom, and I still might do that, and I might do it and go on the morning of their party. I'll take off early, get there at noon, 1 o'clock or something, enjoy the party and everything, and stay two two nights, 2 or 3 nights, and then come home on the 27th, um, after the party. So we'll have to see. But see, if you look at this one, you can see the chain. And the other ones, it's really weird. It almost looks like when you look at it, of course, it's got a hub in the back, but where that swing arm is coming across there, that's actually the drive shaft. And the ass end's sitting up a little high, but I don't know. When I drove it, it felt okay. So I don't know if the shocks the shocks felt good on the back too. So maybe I don't want to. Maybe I'm get my fat rear on there. It's sitting at a good height because it felt okay. Like I said, I haven't taken it out and actually pressed it and seen what it would do, but I will as soon as they get done with everything. So I think that I will. Let me see. I don't think there's any questions or anything. Hey, traveler. I was just getting ready to end the video. So I'll hang for a couple of minutes. Uh, yeah, no problems. The solar, I should check that, Tommy. I'm having problems with it again. I've got to talk to the guy. It's not, I don't think he knew. Let me find it exactly. He did this here. He knew how to install it. I don't think he knows how to program the controllers. And I've got a problem with one of the batteries being drained, and it's still pulling stuff out of a zero battery. I've got 2,000 watts coming in. I'm only burning 1,000 watts at the house, so it should be charging the battery, and it's still showing it, at least in the little animation deal. It's showing coming from every place and going to the house. So I think he's got it wrong in that one. He's got the other one wrong too, because it's not draining the battery at all. I don't think I'm using the battery at all. So I'm not saving as much money as I could. So I have to talk to him about that and do it in a sabai way, which I don't think I'll have any problem. I really like the guy. The guy is sharp. But I want him to understand I'm not calling you an idiot or anything, but I want you to, the place that actually manufactured part of them, they have something to do with it. The solar shop here in Surin. I went over there with him when I bought one of the big controllers, and the guys there are really sharp. So I'm going to tell them I want to pay for it. Have them come over and show us how to program this thing correctly. But otherwise, saving like 300 baht a day. So it should 200 between 200 and 300. I went back and looked at it, and I don't think all those are right either. But that I don't think is his fault. That is just part of the deal. Well, let me see if I can tell you what it's at right now, because it's just about one side of the house has 10, one side of the other side of the house has 10. So one side stays shoving out electricity longer, the other one comes on earlier or later. The other one comes on earlier. Let me see if I can. First, I got to find it, right? There it is. So, but I like the way everything's working. So he just needs to dial it in. See, it's still showing on this one and pulling it out. Right now, it's almost 2,300 watts coming from the panel, and the house right now is using 1,002 watts. So it and it's showing on here that it's still coming from. Well, it's going to show that from the grid, but it's showing it coming from the battery, and that's not right. And this one's just starting to come up. It's 945 watts coming in from the panels, and 440 449 being used at the house is using right now on that part of the meter. I also talked to him about I'm wasting a lot of electricity uh, because, like right now, um, this one's even more over. The other one would take care of pretty much both of them. Um, and I'm not shoving it back on the grid. So where I'm going to make up the money is like right now this battery's at 100%, and it stays that way all the time. So one of them is getting charged all the time. The other one is discharging all the time. So I'm not getting 3 or 4 hours at least at night that I wouldn't have to pay any electricity. I'd be using the batteries. So I had to talk to him. It's hard. He doesn't speak any English. So it's really hard. So I need to get an interpreter or something and get the guy from the solar place, because I think I'm right now with the way that the skies are and stuff. I think I ought to be paying, goose eggs, and I'm paying like 4,000, 5,000, something like that. So I'm paying way less than half, but I should be more. I should be less than that. I really think I should. Hey Jay, how you doing? Hey Tip, how are you? Glad you could make it. See, I'm glad I waited for a little while anyway. But so I've got to do that. So on both sides. So right now, um, let me see. Right now, let's see. I'm taking in about 4,000 watts, and I'm only putting out like 1,500. So batteries should both be charged. I should have more batteries if I'm going to do it. But like I said, if I was selling it back or if it was going, my meter would be spinning backwards right now. Right now, my meter's stopped. It's not moving, but it's not spinning backwards. But I should have two fully charged batteries for when I need it, like in the middle of the night or if we lose electricity during the day. Like if I lose electricity during the day and one battery's at zero, which it says it's zero, I don't know that for sure either. I'm only going to get an hour and maybe a half or something on my pond. So anyway, never mind rambling. Everybody's saying hi, so that's cool. I'm glad you're well. Good to hear. But yeah, so thanks, Tommy, for asking about that because I forgot about it. He's supposed to come over. Like I said, he's the one that's going to do that front pond. So when I get him here, I'll try to talk to him, and we need to get somebody else over here to get some eyes on this that know a little bit more about the controllers. Installing them and the electrical side of it all, he's awesome. He he can put in, with his eyes closed. But programming these, what are they? PSI, which is basically ones that are made here in Thailand. Um, he's just not that. He doesn't know that much about them. Nothing wrong with that. I knew that from the beginning, but I don't want him to feel like, I'd have a problem with paying somebody else to come in and teach us both, something. I don't have a problem with that, but he might think that I do. So I don't know. I got to find out. Yeah. Yeah. I wish, I just can't, uh, I, it drives me crazy to know that I'm. What is it? It's awesome to go out there to see the meter just pools running, the ponds running, air conditioners are on in here, out there, and it's just not moving not moving an inch. It would be better, like in Tim's instance, he'd be watching his go backwards. He's tied to the grid. I'm not tied to the grid. So my original deal was I thought the batteries were going to come down, which they are starting to come down. Getting two more batteries, be able to run my pond for 5.5 hours if anything happened, and have all that. And I'd probably be paying. Uh, I really think if the system is running right, and I'm looking out the window right now, and the skies are just I don't see a cloud in the sky. They should just be cranking, and they will. I mean, I'll keep an eye on them right here, and as we're talking, that one on the one side is going to go up. Um, let's see. I forget what the other one was. Let's see. Two was yeah, it was 2,200. It's at 2,304 now. House is still at 1,080. And I still got my bedroom inside is air conditioner's running wide open. Television's probably on. All sorts of crap. This one's on. I got this on, light on. Nice and cool in here. So now this is the one that is facing more for morning type deal. And like I said, that's the one that has a zero battery. The other one was like 900, and it's staying right about there right now. So in another, like right around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it's 10 o'clock now, it starts to creep up, and it'll get up. But they run about 2,600. They're 5,000 watts worth of panel there. But they're flat on the roof. They're not pitched or anything, or we'll have to see how it is throughout the year. All right, Jake, we might be gone, but okay. Uh, yeah, we had a lot of fun. That was a great party, man. For the people that didn't get to go, bummer. It was it was definitely a bunch of fun. All right, let's see. So we've been for an hour and 30 minutes. Um, what do you guys want to do? There's 14 people of you out there. Give me a consensus. I got things to do, but they can wait. It's not like they're not going to get done. I still haven't heard back, so I'm imagining that the guys working on the bikes are they haven't let me know, but they probably just got there. I don't think they get there till they work late too. I don't think they get there till 9 o'clock. So, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're doing with the carburetor, getting it leaned out and rejetting everything. And I'm short of getting to those jets, man. It looks like a pain in the ass um, to excuse me. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry. To try to get to rejet them. I don't know if they have to pull them back off their manifolds or whether he can do it from there. I don't know. We'll have to see. Um, Interesting the way that they shoved them up in there. I think it said it had the tank was 3.7 gallons and it had zero point 0.9, which is almost another gallon. So almost was that almost over 4.5 gallons. It has a reserve of zero point 0.8 or zero point 0.9. So I didn't check. I didn't look at the petcock, what kind of condition that was in. I didn't look at. I want to look at. That's why I want to go by there today. Any of the rubber hoses and gas lines and everything. He's got the tank off. He's got everything there. Vacuum hoses. Let's change them now. I don't see any reason to. The bike's what 92, 2000. No, 92, 2002, 2012, 2020. 30 some odd years old. Um, yeah, let's replace the vacuum lines and the fuel lines. So I got to talk to him about it. Oh, Nikki's back. Did you get any sleep, or you're just finished wrapping your gifts? I'm gonna drink some water. Still hanging. But yeah, I think that would probably be a smart thing to do, even if they look good. Just bending them, and they're probably harder. And they got to be 30 years old. They got to be shit. Smash the thumbs. Thanks, Nick. Oh, Jake came back to say hello to Nick. But yeah, and get that done. I just wanted to be safe as much as I can. I don't know. All the bikes that I drove when I was young were all chain driven. Um, it's a motorcycle, right? So hopefully, um, it is tough. I mean, I understand, and I don't want my wife to be completely, losing it. But I got to get out there. I'm not going to find anybody that's going to go to, follow me. Oh, excuse me. Follow me out to Chuck's house. It just isn't going to happen. Let's see, what did I do here? Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm back. Uh, Gotta go, everyone working. All right, Tip. Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Uh, I don't know. Like I said, if the chain was to break, and let's say a link or something, and I had to put a master link, it would just take me a long time. It's hard for me to get up and down with my knees. I just have to lay on the ground, work on the chain, put the link in, and go. Yeah, it doesn't have a center stand, um, but and if the tire goes down, um, and this is if I could not find anybody possibly that could fix this thing, like I did with the Forza, was stopping right in front of a tire shop. Um, that was in the sidewall. That was a weird puncture. If it's just a puncture in the tire repair kit, the ones that pull and pull out, um, that could be done on the bike. The hardest part would be getting it turned or rolling the bike until where it is and finding it and all that crap. Most of the time on a puncture like that, it's a slow leak and it's a nail or a small bolt or something went into the tire. So you just pull it out, rough it up, glue it, put it in, pull it out, and fill it up full of air. I have a pump, I have all that. I'm just trying to think on. I won't have the bags, so I think I. But if I'm only going for a couple of days, I mean, I only need two pairs of pants and 3 shirts or something. Um, all right, Rob. I'm going to go here in a minute anyway. It's been an hour and a half, so I think I'm going to end the live stream. And you guys are awesome. If people aren't subscribed, think about it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. This is pretty much if you watched any of the stuff today, except sometimes new people will jump on and what about a visa in here and we're going to, whatever. And there's a lot of people here that willing to help. But I'll tell everybody with my disclosure, no matter what you get off of YouTube, always check with the embassies of that country on their visas and passport, everything that they've got, what you need to do. But at least it'll point you in the right direction. Most of the people here are going to go, I know 100%, which means you still got to check it, but you can be pretty much assured that what the information you're getting is going to be. Somebody will say, take it with a grain of salt. So always check. Let's see. Mitch is here. I'm just getting ready to leave. um, maybe I'll see if you. Anyway, I'm gonna go try to see what's up with the bike. I think I gotta get the truck washed, man. My truck is crap. Um, but anyway, I'm watching something else. All right, guys, gals, everybody that's here, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Um, Now we jumped up to 19 people. You guys want me to hang out? I'll hang out. Hey, Mike, I was just thinking about you this morning. Mike's waves again. Wondering how you were doing. Looked like you put out a video. If you guys haven't subscribed, we had Mike on the channel here and talked to him a while ago. He was very similar to me in the fact that he lost a significant other and is now come over to Thailand, sold everything, I think, haven't you? And is given it a role here. But I think you hurt yourself and had a lot of little setbacks here, but he's out vacationing on his retirement, so he's out and about. So by all means, do not go. Do not go. Okay, I won't go, Nick. But it must be a ball game, must be over or something. Um, but if you guys aren't subscribed, think about subscribing. It That's one of the reasons, because you guys have heard a couple of them. You know, I like to meet people, especially here in Thailand. I've had pretty much 100% success rate on people that I've met face to face as being stand up people, and I feel lucky for that. And the more the merrier, you know, on meetups and stuff like that. I'd like to meet. But the other thing is to get through to some people that think that at 60-ish, and you lose a significant other, which is a devastating event. Life doesn't have to be over. Um, like I said, I've said this the other day. 5 years. I've been with my wife now 4 years, and 5 years ago, if you told me that I would get married and have a couple of houses and be happy and love my wife and married, and I'd say, what kind of storybook have you got shoved up your rear end? Because that ain't ever going to happen. It can't happen, and I'm living proof. And hopefully, Mike's will be another living proof. It's a devastating thing to go through. The women here, I think, in the age group for men that are between 55 and 65, 75, and I'm talking the 40 to 50, 55, are awesome. They're looking for foreigners. They want to be secure. They have more trust, I think, in Farang than they do in Thai men, or their from their country. And people that don't want small baby children at at mid 40s, more than likely their kids are out and gone. And they're just great. The ones that I've met are great people, And if you want to travel, if you want to do this and want to do that, just try to remember that, their culture. If they're working, you're going to be responsible to take care of mom and dad. If she's giving them 8,000, 10,000 baht a month, don't balk at it and say, I'm not giving anybody anything. You want their daughter, who's supposed to take care of them, to go run amok and have a good time traveling. That's one of the that's something that needs to be done. So everybody's saying hi, cool. Lost my big sis to cancer back in 2015. It was devastating. Came to Thailand. But say, yeah, I when I came here, I was totally depressed. I mean, there isn't a doubt about it. I think still a little bit depressed now, over 5 years later. It's just something, after 30 years, it's not a spigot, and with your family, you can't just, let's just shut that off. That won't bother me anymore. But when I came here for the 8 months that I was in Phuket, in Kamala, and I didn't go out. I think 2 nights out of the 8 months, I went and met Rob and had 2 beers with him at the White Horse, whatever that place is. And rest of the time I was in it dark. Met Bob and Pooh, in their restaurant, and got to go with them and eat. Thank you. And the okay, cool. Abun Kap. Um, good people. I got to meet good people, but I spent the nights by myself. And did Thailand have a healing factor? It did for me, and it looks like it did for maybe Jay too. And it doesn't have to be a significant other, obviously. But if you think your life's over and you're just gonna, I would have just laid in my house in Central California. I know me. I would have rode my bike occasionally. I wouldn't have went out at night. I know I wouldn't have. Um, but it can happen. I mean, like I said, I'm living proof of what could happen. Um, yeah, it just it relaxed me that time that I spent here. Being able to jam. I'll tell you what, the biggest thing that I don't have in my life now is the ocean. I do dig that. In fact, Sam, he's probably gone. When we were on that panel, doing that 4 hour mega live stream with Bobby. Sam was on there too. Um, he kept asking me, well, then it's not a perfect thing. Well, no, I don't think it's ever going to be perfect. Me having 99% of what I thought I would never have, I'm happier than a pig eating, you know what? So, I got no problem. But when to be able to get up on my little bike when the sun came up and ride down to the beach 3 minutes away and go in the water if I wanted to and watch the sun come up or watch the sun set, and it was very therapeutic, I guess. And meeting a woman and just talking back and forth for months on the online and stuff, and go, wow, this is a very intelligent, way more intelligent than me, college educated woman that actually is semi interested in it, and the trolls will come out of the corner and go, they just want your money, and they want a life. And well, sure they do. Wouldn't they be stupid if you were here and you were female, and you could have somebody that you maybe could fall in love with? I don't know, you know, have feelings for, and that was the side effect of it. Is that you got taken care of? What would you do? Turn it down? No, I don't want. I don't want to. I really like you and stuff. We could just date and you could take me out, but I don't want to. I don't want you to financially help me out at all. And I'm talking about marriage, living with a girlfriend, that type of stuff. And you don't need to do any of that. I mean, if you got into something and you found somebody, as long as you were upfront, listen, um, I don't know what I'm looking for. I think you're a nice person. I like you a lot. You don't have to do this, that, and the next thing. But if you want to travel and we go here and you get some meals and we have a good time, 8 days out of the month, I'd be up for that. You seem great, and if it goes past that, then good for that. And I mean, as long as you're up front, then if something happened and you said, well, okay, I'm done with that part, they couldn't come back and you, oh, you promised this. No, I didn't. I was pretty clear on this is what I wanted to do, or the other way. You can do whatever you want. Mine happened to be I love my wife dearly. Do I love my wife that passed? You bet. In different aspects now. One's here and one's gone, and the one that's here takes care of me way more than I deserve. I hate to say that. She's way too good for me. But uh, have you been here 3 months now? But I know you did. You have like, I don't know, what you have, a knee, a back, something you had got screwed up, right? Charlene, yeah. It it seemed like to me, like I said, just letting you know, Mike, where I think the the best way is to have friends, Varang friends here that have Thai girlfriends, significant others of some kind that say, "Oh, my second cousin's, whatever. She's a really nice guy." I think, can you meet them through the dating services and all that? You can. There's no doubt. But I think that the easiest way and is through somebody. I don't know how many people. If you were, I'm not big on making. I made more friends on YouTube and met up with them than I did going down to the local hamburger joint or a bar and met anybody here. Uh, so we'll see. Thanks, Nikki. She agrees with you, but um, it's hard, man. Like I said, I think I'm still a little bit depressed, and and sometimes in the past my fuse has been, this real short little deal, and it has gotten good, but sometimes I got to learn to bite my tongue because I say stupid shit sometimes, and it's not nothing that I mean. I just get sometimes I get pissed, and I've gotten better. Am I way better than when I got here 5 years ago? Hell yeah. Am I? Do I consider myself a good person? Yes, um, and not before. Way back when I probably wasn't the best person in the world, but the it can happen, and it will, and I don't know what Mike's looking for as far as what he wants to do. I would just let things take its course, man. You'll meet somebody. But like I said, like how I met her was where I lived. I frequented a little coffee shop that was owned by an American guy and his wife per se at the time, and met Nitnoy through them, and I'd go there for coffee in the morning. We became good friends. I don't see him that much anymore, but I got to get out. He's in Udon, so I got to get over and see him. And in fact, his wife Pooh is in the hospital now, so I don't know if she had surgery. I think yesterday. So if you watch the live stream, I don't think she does. But I did send her a little something on Facebook saying she'd be in my prayers. So, um, but just uh, good people, and it just like comes and that age group, especially with the women that I've met here in Thailand. It's not so much that they think their life's over, but they think that their life is ending quickly when they're 40 and 45, and that they think that. I think a lot of them think that men that are coming over here in their 60s want to chase 20-year-olds. Is that true? In some cases, yeah. For the most part, from the people that I met, no, they don't want to. I didn't like. They were more like me. I don't want somebody that wants to go out till 4 o'clock in the morning every other night, and the loud music and the drinking. Just not me. I met the absolutely perfect person. She goes to bed when I do at 8, 9 o'clock at night, and gets up in the morning, makes me breakfast when her mom's not here, and I don't know. I guess I got lunch made. She must be going somewhere. But it is possible. So on top of it all, and making the friends that I've made, hey Dowlo, how you doing? Here in Thailand, um, that alone is awesome. I met a woman that I married, and I've got 2 houses and 3 cars and God knows how many motorcycles and scooters and shit, and just having a good time, enjoying my life until I take my last breath. And the best part about that is, too, being here, my wife will take care of me until that last breath is out of my chest. Whether I be uh, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever it is, she will be there. God knows why. Like I said, I don't understand it all, but it's freaking awesome. Um, YouTube thing's gonna catch on. You think, Jake? I don't think this channel is. Um, oh, is Tim here? Or did he is here. Were your ears burning? I was talking about the solar earlier. Yours is spinning backwards, mine's not. But I got to come your way because, like I was talking, Bob and Pooh. Of course, now she's had surgery and stuff, so it'll be a little while. But every once in a while, I get a chance, he'll jump on here, or I'll catch him somewhere. But hope everything goes good with Pooh. Uh, I know if you're home by alone, it can't be that great. Ah, doing fine, Dave. Just at our holiday home, and so everyone's getting ready for Christmas. Cool. And I think you were talking about being here in March. I put on the community page, kind of saying if you've got some dates in March that you think are free, where you would like to have a meetup. I'm figuring a 2-day meetup over whatever days everybody's got free. Over up until maybe the end of January, if we get everybody's dates together, we'll pick out who's got the best, the most common dates, and where to go. If you've got a suggestion of, let's go to this island, let's go to John Tiem, let's go to Patea, let's go wherever. Put in there also where you think would be good. Mitch too, and anybody that's going to be here that is associated with the channel. I think it's gonna. I think it'd be a blast. Just 2 days, we get. I think we get 20 or 30 people. I really do. It's kind of hard because a lot of people. Jake, I think will be here. Um, Daz said he might possibly be here. Nikki even said she might possibly be here. So go to the page, put them in, and we'll see where it is. And I did find some of the art, so it's not going to be today, but probably within the next couple of days, I'm going to get with Bobby and take over. I might change it to. I might leave it the baseball guy, or I might bring up with the deal there. And I kind of like this one too. So, but I like the baseball Santi, and it might be the easiest one to get done right now. I did find the place that my wife went to. When I looked at some of the stuff, it was actually where they did the artwork. They had a QR code, and down below they had their name and their Facebook page. So I did contact them, although they haven't contacted me back because it's got to be in their computer. It's got the code there. Um, so we'll see. But within the next couple of days, I hope I can get at least maybe Bobby to go. We'll meet up for lunch or something and go to the place with me because he could tell me, oh, you just go up this street and over there. And no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not familiar with where I live. But the good night, Nick. Uh, go to sleep. The same shirts that he got. And I think I know people wanted button ups, this or that. This first round of maybe 3 dozen or 4 dozen, I'm just going to get the t shirts. I saw the one that Bobby had, and it's nice. It's a nice shirt. So we'll get those for the beginning. Then once we have them, then I'll go and somebody can say, well, I'd like to have 2 polos, and I'd like to have a polo, and I'd like to have a complete button up. And I might check for Aaron because Aaron brought me back my my spices, and maybe I'll have a couple of button ups made for Aaron. I don't know, but the first batch is going to be mainly the t-shirts out of the material that Thailand is for. 325 and I know she's amazing, right? Good to see everyone. 2,200 here. Time to hit the hay. All right, Jay. Thanks for coming in. And we're creeping up on 2 hours. I think 2 hours is the magic number. That's 6 minutes from now. I could probably ramble for 6 minutes. But again, everybody that's in here, go to the community page, look at the deal. You should have got notified that I put up a community thing or whatever. And put in there what dates are good for you. Probably 2 days. And where, an island would be cool too. What's the one right? What is it? Koh Samet? That's right off of Rayong. That would be fine. Any place. I'll put which ones I think, because I'd like to go there too. Let's see. All right, Scott, take it easy. Thanks for coming in. The one who I haven't seen has anybody Mitch yet? Tommy, have you heard from Richard Travels at all? Because I know last time he said he was gonna do some videos. I didn't see any of those come out, and I haven't heard from him. Every once in a while he pops on and says hello. But I hope everything's going good for you, Richard. But I don't know if he got a hold of Tommy or Mitch. They used to be his top moderators. But I hope everything's going good for you, Richard. If you're watching, must have a reason. Probably busy. I hope you're so busy working that you just don't have time to talk to anybody or to make videos. Hopefully you're working. It'd be nice. Okay, I got 5 minutes. Let's see what. I bet you it's store bought chicken. Just guessing. Yes, it is a, what is it? Chicken breast. Very good. And some sticky rice. That'll be good. We'll do that. Got a personal message from Richard yesterday regarding a different subject. Okay, cool. So is he doing okay, or can't say that's all right? As long as he's all right. That's all I care about. Hopefully, he is. I don't know if Tommy heard anything, but hopefully, I'm hoping he's busy working because I know that he. I couldn't imagine. Like I said, it's tough. I don't know Richard's exact age, but he's a young man. Um, I'm going to say late 40s or something, or mid 40s. I don't even know. He's doing great. Okay, cool. Um, it's got to be a little devastating when you know, you're not working and you need to work. That makes it tough. All right, let's see. Okay. 57. Um, wedding bells. Who's he marrying? uh, but okay, so just a summary. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, please subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and you don't have to jump into any kind of chats or anything. If you have questions about Thailand, put them down in the comments or whatever. I try to answer every comment that I get, and I don't think the channel's ever going to get uh, big enough to where I won't be able to do that. So, which I enjoy reading the comments. I don't get that many uh, trolls, or most of them are in jail now. So, or they've given up, or whatever. They just get blocked and shoved in. So, sure you will be happily. I think he turned that on you, Dallo. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. And again, I have to go back and where am I at? And you go here. Richard of Richard Travels did for me very graciously for nothing, for free. Did my intro, my outro on my live stream. I really like it. I had to change the music. I think is all I did. But it was really weird because he belonged to a thing and he paid in and got the thing, and we never quite got around to how I got it and how do I send it, and so I just changed it. But I like the music that's on there, so it worked out pretty good. So it's 158. I don't know how I could stretch this out for another minute. Let me go back and look. There's still 3 comments. It's just everybody saying, "Oh, Lewis is here. How you doing, Cabo? Hope you're well, my friend." Um, but every time you come in, I immediately flash to wanting to make a trip to Cabo San Lucas. It's been so long since I've been there, and like I said, my cousin goes there all the time. He even taken his 25-foot sports fisher down Baja, pulling in a truck. The crazy bastard. But I don't think he's doing that too much anymore. I hope. Try to talk him out of that. But he just puts it in there, leaves it down there sometimes, and then moors it out in front of the big hotels and takes his little dinghy back and forth and has a good old time. But I'd like to go. I miss the fishing of all. I don't know. It's still got to be good, no matter what they do to Cabo. I think the fishing will still be good. But so did I burn up? Yeah, I sure did. It's been 2 hours. See, I figured a way to ramble for that time. So let me go back over here and tell everybody that I already told you the intro and the outro Richard did for me. Thank you, Richard. You're the man. And I guess for the most part, thanks everybody for watching. Again, it comes in the things that are coming up. I'll just run over them real quick. The bike, I hope, is going to be done within the next couple of days. I'm going to go. I told Chuck I would go down to Tapanome, and I'm going to play Santee at his church or his school deal on the 27th, which will be a kick. Um, I probably won't do any video. Chuck, he does better videos than I do anyway, way better. But that's pretty much it. And the camping trip, the end of the month. So with the kids and my wife, 3 days, I think. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Depending on where you are. Catch you on the next one.